Hello, good morning, dear students. So, I'm here with today's newspaper, the Indian Express. Today's date is October 7, 2025. And I think this is the correct timing to upload the session for today's newspaper because I think till evening it's too late and many students feel bored or something different type, their mindset become change. So that's why I try to make this session early so everyone can easily able to read. And if any student want PDF of this lecture, then please comment down PDF, and from today onwards I will upload the magazine of The Economist. Okay, so after watching this video or this session of this newspaper, then please go to the magazine section where you get the PDF of the Economist magazine, and I will try to explain the first 2 pages or 3 pages of that magazine because the magazine is too much to read in one go. That's why from today we start to read magazine, and till the end of this month we end the magazine, and each month we are going to read magazine, and for each day we are going to read the Indian Express newspaper. Please try to read each and everything in detail because in contest of any exam you have to maintain the habit of reading newspaper, because reading newspaper is one of the best habit in the career of aspirant or even the job person. Everyone need to read this newspaper, and newspaper reading is one of the best thing, I think, and one of the best habit. Okay, so I'm going to read, but not in detail, because if I read everything in detail, the session will be too long. So I try to read all the important headlines of this newspaper. So here we are going to start the session, and this is the first slide. So let's begin. BJP to Congress, left to AAP, chorus of outrage, citing Sanatan Dharma. Lawyer hurls shoe at CGI, angered every Indian, said by PM. So CGI, the name of the CGI of India is B.R. Gawai. Okay, so this is by him, and this statement in contest of PM, that he says that he is getting angered due to some, I think it's about the religious issues. So I'm not going to read, I already read the headlines. So let's move on to the another news. Bihar to vote in two phases on November 6, 11, result November 14. Okay, so this is the date that is given for the election. 6 patients killed in fire at Jaipur hospital ICU spread within minutes. So if any student want the detailed explanation of the first page, then please go to the second page. Okay, so on that newspaper, on this, there is something important, and the important thing that is written here is that lawyer throws sues at CGI Gawai in court or in contest of some topic, or I think it's about some सनातन धर्मा का अपमान नहीं सहेगा हिंदुस्तान, हिंदुस्तान will not tolerate an insult to Sanatan Dharma. So this is the thing that is written here. Just because of this line, the advocate Rakesh Kishore throws sue on CGI Gawai. So this is the thing that is written here. So let's move on to the another page. I mean to say that this is the another slide. Kejriwal gets bungalow in Lodhi Estate. Okay. Don't sell prescribed cough syrup to children. Gurgaon CMO. Okay. Called to hotel for a party. MBBS student raped by friend in North Delhi. This is the worst news. And we as the Indians didn't expect this type of news. And Indians laws should be strict toward any crimes like just like rape. Okay, by restriction of this law, or if there is a strict action towards this kind of activities, then they can able to control these type of case. Because it's, I think, each day there is a lot of girls are being raped, and just because of the loose laws on this type of crimes, the men of the society are feeling that they can do anything just because the law is just the pages or it takes too much time for punishing that person who raped. So Indian law should be strict on this contest. Okay. Accumulated gases and groundwater presses may have led to incident. DDA. Sorry. At Dwarka, housing society basement flooded. Cracks appear on floor after explosion heard at parking lot. So this is about the city. At JNU's flagship Aravali Summit, Jaishankar, India has to be the go-to option in any crisis in subcontinent. Okay, so External Affairs Minister at JNU, and he describes about, I think, India must go the India must become the go-to option for its neighbors in times of crisis. So he called for stronger regional cooperation and outreach to extend neighborhoods to overcome the strategic diminishing caused by partition. He was speaking at JNU, a School of International Studies, SIS, addressing the university's flagship Aravali Summit themed India and World Order. Preparing for 2047, he said, in our own region, we have to ourselves underwrite the infrastructure of cooperation if it is to be proved against political volatility. This is the essence of neighborhood first policy. So this is the words that is said by the external affairs minister. ठीक है, how we need the cooperation of these persons or these things for our neighbor from our neighborhood. Okay, to overcome from this strategic diminishing. So this is the thing. Farm fires or vehicles. What's polluting Delhi's air? Here's how the DSS work. Supreme Court notice to center Ladakh on Wangchuk detention. LG says Ladakh peaceful groups flag Cubs arrest. Supreme Court time court kept its hand off sports matters. Rajnath visit will deepen our defense ties. Australian envoy. So government and politics. Dates out. Bihar battle lines. Draw five issues, people, and factors to watch out for. Okay. Eight assembly by polls to be held along with second phase of Bihar election. So these are the polls, 8 by polls. Okay, so remember the name. So this is the editorial page, and the word of the day is someone struggled for your right to vote. Use it. So this is the word, and this is the important line of this newspaper, and it's a very strong line that someone has struggled for your right to vote. Use it because you didn't get in free in bheek, or in I just want to in contest of anyone just not donate you that you can you get born and you get birth in India and you get the right to vote. No, many people struggle for this democracy. After that they get right to vote, these type of rights. So if you get this type of rights, then please use it. Use it through your mind. This is the right that help your nation to build, and it's help the nation to develop. So don't waste their struggles. Okay, so this is by Susan B. Anthony. So let's read today's article. Before going to read this article, I just want to start from here. No, I will start from here, okay? So this is the first article. Don't blame the this diaspora. Okay. So the author name is Vivek Wadhwa. Let's read what he want to say. Before going to read all thing in detail, just try to read this so you get some idea what's the main context of this, that don't blame the diaspora. So Indian Americans haven't shrunk from taking a stand. Problem is that India never told its story well. Okay. The real question is, why has India never invested in public diplomacy that could harness this energy? Why does it still treat the diaspora as cheerleaders to fill stadiums rather than as strategic partners? Why does it rely on nostalgia, Bollywood, biryani bhangra instead of professional lobbying and narrative control? So this is the question that is raised by the author, that why India never invested in public diplomacy. Okay. And the another question that is raised by them, that why does it still treat the diaspora as cheerleader to fill a stadium? Okay. So this type of question that is written there means that is asked by the author. So let's read all the things in detail. That Shashi Tharoor is a friend, okay, is a dear friend. I have admired services in India. He is one of the most brilliant essayists we have, okay. So enjoying, I let him away with misplacing blame. Okay, that I cannot let pass. The problem is not that the Indian American diaspora has been silent. The problem is that Indian American are hardly voiceless. We are professors, CEOs, scientists, technologists, lawmakers, etc. And the former vice president of US, we have been writing, lobbying US India ties, recognition of India's rise in technology and business. Okay. So I myself have written books, op-eds about the injustice of H-1B visa system and reverse brain drain. To suggest we have not stood is unfair. Okay. So for decades, successive government have been stuck in hesitate, filling forms, denials. Okay, silence in diplomacy is not golden. It is a fatal. Contrast this with Pakistan, despite being economically weak and politically unstable. It is known means Pakistan is known for frame grievances means shikayat. Okay, so mobilize its diaspora and cultivate allies Washington and London. Okay, so still the thing and civilized pride and hope. The facts speak for themselves, but they rarely do. Look at how India is handling U.S. President insanity. Can anyone tell me the meaning of this word? Insanity. Write down in the comment section. So the administration slapped tariff on Indian goods, imposed punitive H-1B fees, and treated Indian tech workers as expendable. Did New Delhi mount aggressive PR offensive? So, as if optics were a substitute for strategy. If we speak too loudly, okay, the risk of accused of divide grievances, allegations, we accuse indifference, it is no win position. Okay, I wasn't American. So, this is the thing that is written here that we didn't take a stand in front of America. This is the main idea and how brain drain in this type of situation arises by America just because of that H-1B visa and the fines that is the penalty that is implemented by them. So this is the thing that is written here by the author. So let's move on to the another line. And in the another line, it is written that the immigrant exodus published article. We were not whispering the shadow, we were shouting for the rooftops. So the diaspora can amplify, but it cannot replace statecraft. So this is the thing that is mainly written here, and the main question that is asked by the author is about this. So this is the thing that is written here. So at the end, India, who supported me? The Indians asked. The Indian and American, not the Indian elite. Friends in the diaspora wrote the first check, opened doors, and shared the vision. But, sorry, but in Bangalore, I could not convince a single billionaire to back a project to clean their own community's water. They play it safe, donate to fashionable cows, and complain about government inefficiency. They celebrate India's rise but will not take risk to make it real. So that is the irony. The very people Tharoor accused of silence are the one stepping up. It is not diaspora that has failed India, it is India's own privileged class that has failed its people. So this is the main idea that is written here. Okay, so the global way, a good doll way. What's inside it? Good doll. Good all showed us what patience, quiet observation, steely determination, and the ability to last the distance could achieve. Sit quietly, keep a notebook and pen in hand, a camera, a binocular ready, watch all day. There will be television, the frenetic twitcher and the ticker of budding community, those who visit national park to tick off species falling over each other in the zeal to capture their sightings in Instagram reels and social media worthy photos would do well to follow those ethos. So this is the main idea under it, the good all way. So this is the idea page. So this is the Express Network page.